So dear students, today we will discuss about the topic of the CSS. So what is CSS? The CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. So what are cascading style sheets? Cascading style sheets are different type of formattings that can be applied to the different types of tags. So the main aim of the CSS is to provide style to the text, is to make it more presentable, more attractive. But why the concept of CSS has been introduced when we can format our text in a web page with the help of the tags. So let me tell you a very important thing that let us assume that we have a paragraph tag. At in that paragraph tag we have applied the color to the text, as well as for that paragraph we will want to apply some font style, we want to apply some font color, we want to apply some font weight, means it we want to make it bold, or we want to align in the paragraph to the particular side of the page, maybe at the center or maybe at the right or to the left. So these settings we want to apply to all the paragraphs in a web page. So let us say we have 4 paragraphs. So if we are doing normal coding in HTML, then we have to apply these settings 4 times to different 4 paragraphs. But here the advantage with the CSS is that if we apply these settings to paragraph in the CSS, then that these settings will be applied to every paragraph that we insert in that particular web page. So we need not to apply the settings to the different same type of tags again and again. For example, there is a h1 tag, and to that h1 tag I want to apply the color blue, and I want to align to it to the right hand side of the page, and this I want to do with all the h1 tags. So if I am doing a normal coding, then in every h1 tag I have to write these settings, these styles, but with the CSS we have to only write once, and we can apply to all the h1 tags which are available in a particular web page. So this is the biggest advantage of using the CSS. Then when a one type of style is applied to a particular tag, then we need not to apply this style again and again for that tag. So now let us, so the CSS contains two things. The one thing is a selector. A selector is a tag name. For example, the selector is h1, and to that selector we apply the properties, means h1 background color is equal to blue, h1 alignment क्या है, what is the alignment of the h1, that we can apply. So for for inserting the setting for a particular tag, we have to first define that tag as a selector, and we have to assign the properties of that tag. So that we will go in detail through in detail. Now we can insert the cascading style sheets in 3 ways. The first way is we can link a separate CSS file to our HTML file. The second way is we can embed a style sheet into a web page within the head tag of that particular web page. And the inline CSS, that is we can write the text in line, or styles in line. So that we will discuss. First let us discuss some advantages and disadvantages of the CSS. The advantage of the CSS is obviously it completely changes the appearance of the web page without originally changing the web page itself. You can separate the formatting of HTML elements from the statements using them. So as I have told you that we can write the styles and the settings for the formatting separately, and whatever the content of the tags separately, that we will discuss later. You can modify the CSS file without affecting the HTML page. So we can separately change the settings of the tags and all without affecting the page. We can download times for the web pages in faster as HTML. So when we are using CSS, then downloading of the web pages is faster as compared to the normal CSS documents. So maintenance of the web pages are very easy because we don't have to search for the settings in the tags. We can directly make changes into the CSS code that we have written for that particular web page. There are few disadvantages also, that all files and images and whatever you are inserting using CSS should be in the same directory. Embedding a style sheet requires more coding than linking it. So you have to do some more coding, but it will be more beneficial, but you have to do more coding. CSS is not support many editors or many web browsers, they have a slight difficulty in accepting the CSS, but today most of the web browsers are supporting the cascading style sheets. So now let's say the first way in which we can embed or we can write a CSS document. So you can see here, after the head we have a tag style type is equal to CSS, and then we have written three tags. One is h1 tag, other is the h2 tag, and the body tag. For the h1 tag we have given the setting that the color should be sienna and text alignment should be center. For the h2 tag we have given that color should be red, and for body we have given the body background color is equal to pink. So here h1 is the selector and color and text are the properties. In the same way, h2 is a selector and the color is the property, and the body is also a selector and the color is the property, background color is the property. So now we close the style tag within the head tag. You may see here the style is closed here before the head tag, and now when we use the h1 tag here, and when we choose the h2 tag here, and when we choose the body tag, all these settings will be automatically applied to all these tags for which we have given the settings here in the style tag. So as many number of times we use the h1 tag, or as many number of times we use the h2 tag, these settings will be applied again and again without us without us to have writing these settings again and again. So obviously we know body is a single tag, we don't repeat body tag in a HTML document, so obviously the background color is applied only once, but h1 and h2 may be written again and again, and the same settings will be applied to all h1 and h2 tags. So this is the example of the embedded style sheets. That means that we are putting up the HTML code inside the web page in the head tag. We are embedding, putting inside it. The other way is we can write the styles in the same line within the body tag. You can see here, as we have applied h1 style color is equal to z and text align is equal to center, p style font size 18 points, h2 style. So wherever we have to insert a CSS settings and properties, we have to make use of the style. So in the embedded style sheet, style acts as a tag. Here in the inline style sheet, style acts as an attribute of the particular tags to which we want to apply the CSS. So the difference is the inline style sheet styles are applied within the web page in the body tag, whereas embedded, as you can see above, are inserted within the style tag, and the style tag is inserted within the head tag of the HTML document. Now we will go through some more properties. The first property of the CSS is the color property. So the color property, as the name suggests, will apply the color to that particular selector. Selector means that particular tag. So here we have given example of the here in the style we have 4 selectors, h1, h2, p and li. So to all these we have given different colors. To h1 we have given red color, to h2 we have given blue color, to p we have given green color, and to li we have given the z color. So we have used these tags here. H1 we have used here, H2 we have used here, and li we have used here. So, and paragraph tag also we have used here. So all these colors that we have given here in between the style tags for the different tags will be applied to these tags. So the color property is used to apply the color to the particular selector or particular tag. Now let us come to the next property. The next property is the background color property. So as the name suggests, the background color property is used for providing the background color to that particular selector or tag. So here in the example you may say in the head tag we have style, and inside the style the body is given background color as yellow, H1 is given the background color Z, and H2 is given the background color white, and so on. So for each tag we have given a different background color. So while doing the normal HTML, we could not provide the background color to the H1, H2, H4. We can only provide background color to the body tag. But here we can also apply the background color to the individual tags also. So in this way we can write the coding for that, and at the end we have given the background color to the li tag. So these are the different background colors which will be applied to the different tags within the body tag. So here we have used H1 tag, we have used the H2 tag, we have used the H4 tag, li tag, and they all have different background color according to the background colors which are given here, you may see. Okay. So the output of this, because it is in the black and white, you may not see the colors, but here you can see a background color to the applied to the different tags. A different background color is given to the different tags that I will demonstrate at the end of the session. Then we have border style property. So what is the border style property? Border style property is we can give border to any tag. For example, to paragraph we can apply a border, to an H1 tag we can provide a border, to an H2 tag we can provide a border, and the different properties of the border tag are the border style could be is equal to solid, double, groove, ridge. They have different type of settings for the border properties. So here we can put H1 border style is equal to groove, H2 border style is equal to insert. So for different tags we have given different border styles that will be applied to that particular tag. So border, as we all know, border is the outline boundary of the text or a block of text. Then we have the margin property. So margin, as the name suggests, is used to give the margin to a particular text, and this margin is set to the top, bottom, left and right equally. Means if you give margin as 1 centimeter, then the text will have space 1 centimeter left to the at the top, bottom, left and right. So here we can see the margin property we have given here. The H1 background color red and margin is equal to 1. H2 background is equal to blue and margin is equal to 1.2. H3 background whatever and margin yellow, sorry, margin is equal to 0.5. So these are the different margins given for the different tags. So they will leave the margins, and they will be displayed leaving these margins on the all 4 sides in our web page. So here you can see the margin property is applied here for H1, H2 and H3, and accordingly they are leaving the margin on all the 4 sides. Then the height and width property. The height and width property, as the name suggests, is used to give height and width to a particular tag. So the height and width is generally visible when we have provided a background color. So here the height and width is applied to any tag that is being inserted. So here you can see the height property and the width property is given here. So here you can see the border style and they have given the height property, and they have given the width property as the 12 centimeter. In the same way, we can give the height as 12 centimeter, 13 centimeter, whatever we want to give. So accordingly, the height and width will be set for that particular tag. Then the outline property. Outline is property somewhat the same as the about the border property. There is a slight difference. An outline property is a line is drawn around the element, and as a result the element stands out in comparison with the other text or web page. So the different web pages we have, and for these different text that we have on a web page, we can provide an outline. So here you can see the outline h1 outline style is equal to dotted, h1 outline style is equal to double, h1 the outline style is equal to color, outline color. So we can give an outline style. We can for the outline there are four properties given. Outline style, what type of outline should be there. Outline color means what is the color of the outline. The width, what will be the width of the that particular outline. It should be medium, it could be thin, it could be thick, or it can be given in centimeters, pixels, or points. And last is the shorthand property of the outline. Means shorthand means without giving the style names, we can give the values for the properties. For example, here the shorthand property is this. So you can see here outline. So here we have not given any property name, but we have only given the values. 5 pixels means it is the width of the outline, solid and black. Black is the color and solid is the style. So this is called as a shorthand property, where we can write the values without giving the properties. So here we have given the name of the properties as well as we have given the values. You can see outline style is equal to solid, outline color is equal to blue, and outline width is equal to thin. But here we have given outline 5x, solid and black, means only the outline property name is given. All the styles we have given values only. So this is called as the shorthand property for any selector or any tag. Now let us so you can see the different type of outlines which are being given to the text. Then the font property, it is a very important property. The font property is the property which apply different type of settings to the fonts. So here we can see that there are different 4 properties of the font. The first is the font family. Font family means what type of font you want to apply to the text. It could be Arial, it could be Times New Roman, it could be serif, it could be Garment, whatever type of font property you want to apply. Then font style. Font style means it should be a normal font style, or it could be italic or something else. Then font weight. Font weight means how thick or how thin the font should be. It could be thin, it could be thick, it could be light, it could be bold, it could be bolder, or we can also provide the values in numerical form. That is, the font weight is equal to 100 or 200 or 300. The larger the value, the thicker is the font, or more visible is the font, more bolder is the font. Then font size property can have the values as small, medium, large, extra large, extra large. So these type of these are the size that we can give. The size can also be given in pixels and as well as in the percentage. Then font variant. Font variant means normal or small caps. If we write in the small caps, then all the characters will be in the uppercase. In the small size, where the normal is the normal font. So how these properties are applied, we can see here. We can see here we have given for the H1 font family Times New Roman, font style oblique, and font weight bolder. Here also we have given font style is equal to italic. Here in the font weight they have not used the text, but they have used the values, the numeric values. There is 500, we can also use 100, we can also use 900. So accordingly the thickness of the font would be there. If the lower value is there, the thickness is the font weight is less thicker. If the value is higher, then the font weight is more thicker. Then the size property is the size of the font, how large or how small the font is. So we may see in the output that different type of font properties and how the font is displayed. Now align property. The align property is used for aligning the text to a particular side of the page. It could be left, it could be right, it could be center, it could be justify, or it or initial. It sets this property to its default value. Whatever the default, accordingly it will be set. Generally default is left. So but with the different tags we have different default values for the alignment. So here we can see we have written h1 text align is equal to right. So the alignment of the text for the h1 would be right. So here we have given uh, font size h2 text align is equal to left. So the text for the h2 will be aligned to the left hand side. So align, as we all know, is used to align the text horizontally. So we can give for any tag h1, h2, body, paragraph the align property. Then we have the float property. The float property is used for putting an image or anything to a particular part of the text. So generally none means whatever, wherever we will put. There are four properties for the float: none, inherit, left and right. So if we have no property is given, then the image will be inserted at the very place where its code is written. Inherit, the element inherits the float value of its parent, and left and right we all know, either to the left hand side or the right hand side of the. So here we can see the image is inserted at the left hand side, and here we can see the image is inserted to the right hand side of the text. So there the float property is left, and here the float property is right for that particular image. So now let me give you the demonstration about the different type of properties that we had learned in this chapter uh, practically. So you may see here that how these properties work and how we can insert the properties. So the first property that we had learnt about is the color property. So here we have a web page, and here we have the coding, and you can see there are so many coding, so much of coding written here. So here we have given three tags or selectors: h1, h2, 4, body, paragraph and image. So you can see the first is the h1, and for the h1 we have given color is equal to blue. So here you can see welcome to CSS. So in here we have written h1 welcome to CSS. So because of the color here we have given as blue, that is why here it is displayed in the web page as blue, you may see. So let me see if we change the color here, or let's say I change the color is equal to yellow, and we save it. So you may see here the h1 color will change. So you may see the color of the h1 has changed to yellow. So in the same way we have other properties also. The properties of we have given the color to the h2, and the to h2 the color is green we have given. You can see at the background here is the h2, yani ki h2 heading 2, and to it in the heading 2 we have written this is the embedded style sheet. So here the color is given as green, so we may change the color to any other color, that is, let's say blue, and we save it. So when we refresh it, so we can see that h2 has the color as blue. So here we have to the p we have also given color blue. P paragraph tag, to the paragraph tag we have written all this text, and here you can see the paragraph text color is blue. So we can change the paragraph text color to any other color, that is, let's say green, or let's say red, and we save it again and we refresh it, and we will see the paragraph color changes to red. So this is all about the color property. Now let's come to the background property. So here we have given the background of the H1. You can see here background color of the H1 as pink. So here you can see the background color of the H1 is displayed as pink. So let us change it to Z. So we have changed the background color as Z and we refresh it. So you can see the background of the H1 has turned to red. So in the same way we have given background to the body as yellow, and we have not given background to the paragraph, we can give it also. So it will change the background color of that particular tag to which you insert the background color property. Then we have the border style property. So border we have given to the H2 tag. So you can see here we have given border style as solid. So here we can see a border is displayed, a solid border is displayed to the H2. Then we have the margin property. So margin property we have given to H2 tag, and H2 tag the margin is 3 centimeters. So from the both top, bottom, left and right, the margin of it has left 3 centimeter margin. So if we increase the margin, then it will also increase. So for example, we give it 5 centimeters and we save it. So we will see that it will leave more margin, and if we see here, the margin here is 3 centimeter and margin here is also 3 centimeter, margin at the top and the bottom is 3 centimeter. So if we refresh it, you see the margin is increased to 5 centimeter because we have increased the margin for H2 as 5 centimeter. So in this way we can apply to margin to different tags, to whatever tag we want to apply. So here we have the other property, that is the height property. The height property is used to apply the height. So here we can see to H1 we have applied the height property, and here the height is 1.5 centimeter. So if we increase this height, so you may see the change. If we give the height is equal to 3 centimeter and we save it, so you can see the height of H1 will change and it will be increased. You can see the height is increased to 3 centimeter. And we can also apply the width. So how do we apply the width? We apply the width. So this we can do for all the. So here we have height property we have given. So here we have add another property, that is width is equal to, because it is given horizontally, then we will give the larger value. Width is equal to 20 centimeter. So we will see that what effect it has on the H1 tag. So here you can see H1 is default, the whole width is taking from left to right, but here we have given 20 centimeter and we refresh it. Okay, some other value I think we have not given properly. 20 centimeter. Okay, remove it and we put it here. It is not equal to, it is and we save it again, and let's say, so you can see the width of the H1 is decreased to 20 centimeter and it is, the text is aligned to the middle. So in this way we can increase the height and width of the any tag. So now another very important property is the font property, and the font property is set for the paragraph. We have sent for paragraph as Arial. So here is the paragraph. We can see the paragraph here. Here it is the paragraph. We have aligned this paragraph to the left hand side. So first of all, let us change the alignment of the paragraph. This alignment of the paragraph is left because the alignment of the body is right. So alignment of the paragraph is right because the alignment of the body is right. So we make it left from body alignment. So text will also, the paragraph alignment will also become the left. You may see here. So now paragraph alignment is left. Now for this paragraph we have given different settings. The different settings are font is equal to Arial. So here, apart from Arial, font family is equal to Arial. So here we change it to serif and see what will be the effect. So you can see the font family has changed, serif we have given. Then we have given font style is equal to italic, because it is italic. So if we give the, so you can see in the output it is italic. So if we give it at normal, so what will happen? We save it and we give, so we can see, so it has become normal now, you can see. And now we have given the font weight is bolder. There are many things we can make it lighter. Lighter means we save it and let us see what happens to the font. And we can also give it in numbers. For example, we give it as 100. Now we refresh it, and accordingly the font weight will change. Or we give it value 50, save it and refresh it. So the font weight, sorry, here is some problem because of this dash was not there. So font weight is, you may see, $50 here. We will make it bolder or lighter. So then we have font size. So font size is extra large. Here we have given, we make it extra large. So what will happen? Double XL, and we refresh it. So you can see the size is increased. Or if we make it only large, then we save it, and let's say the size is decreased. Large, extra large and large. So in this way we have changed the sizes. Now the font size property, font variant property, and font size property we can see, we have seen. And font variant normal, it was, we have done, and it was italic earlier. So in this way we can apply different font properties. And so in this way we can change the font property. We have given bold, so font has become bolder. So and then the last property is remaining, and that is the float property. Float property means that at what size, so this float property we have assigned to the image. And here the float property, the image is at the right hand side, because we have given float as right. So if we give float as left and we save it and we refresh it for image, so this is the image that we have inserted. You may see here is the image that we have inserted. And this image, first we have given right property, now we have given the left property. So image, now you can see, has come to the left hand side. So the float property determines where the image is displayed, to the left or to the right, and with that we can assign to the float property. So that's all. Thank you.